Hello, everyone. It's Say That We're Our Life, I think. So, welcome to our Christmas. Well, we say Christmas in July because usually the summer one, it's Christmas in July. I know it's not July. Something happened to August and something. Wait a minute. I did something I didn't want. Okay, so it's not there. Okay, yeah, usually it's in July, but we didn't have the product in July, so it's in September. So something happened to August and July, and now it's September. Um, so we got a helper. You can see not just Miss Ollie, but right there, there's Mr. Biscuit and Granite. It's right below the Ollie too. So we got a full house. So welcome, welcome. If you can tell me if you can hear us. So Ollie, test your mic, please.
Good morning, Stampers. I hope you're ready to start having some fun.
So let's hope everything go. So if you didn't purchase the class, or if you purchase, let's start with the one that purchased the class. You know what? Let's move more this way, I think. Here we go.
No, this
No,
way.
that way. Here we go. Because we're sharing the same stool right now just because she used up her. Awesome, you guys hear us. So if you purchase the class, know that a lot of the stamp set, if you don't have them, you can sub them for another stamp set. Okay, that is no right or wrong. Absolutely, you can sub them for another stamp set. Now, if you purchase the class and you think we're going too fast, no worry, you get all the instruction, and not only that you get the instruction, but the video going to be a replay. It's recorded live, but you can watch the replay. Now, for the one that didn't purchase the class and you're here, you can watch. It's free for everybody to watch. It's just that if you ask what size is this, what color is this, if we don't say the color, what stamps and all that, we're not pausing for that because it's all written in the PDF. We decide that we're going to sell the PDF. So the PDF, it's about a 12 page or 15 page. It's quite a page. You're going to have every card, every picture, the inside, all the product we use, the color we use, all the size. So, and also the one that purchased the class, if you want to make more, you get all the size there, the paper, and so on. Now you're going to notice on my blog at frenchiestamps.com, we get a list of product there. The list of product don't list like the ink pad. And yes, it lists the ink pad and the color and that. It will not list like the embossing folder, or it will not list the stamp, the dies, or the punch. Everything that's been pre-done that it's okay with Stampin' Up. All image are not stamped because that's again policy, but we can pre-die cut and so on. So some of the dies you don't have to have it because it's been done for you. That it's not listed because you didn't need it for the class, okay? But in the download, you get it all. Absolutely, you get it all. Oh, Miss Vicky, I'm in a class. I will call you right after that, okay? No, that's no problem. I know you try a few times. No problem, okay? I'm sorry, my phone was on. Okay, so what I was saying, everything it's listed there that it's not that you need to finish the product. Now, you can switch or substitute most of them. Some of it, depend on the size and so on. So we have, if you go at frenchiestamps.com, right there, it's going to give you the link that you can purchase and that is, if you go at frenchiestamps.com, it is the blog post of September 9. September 9, it's the blog post. You're going to have it right there. What happened? Somebody get problem?
Yeah, she didn't have sound, so I
Oh,
asked her to check her device because everybody else can hear
everybody
us.
else get device. Absolutely. And then after that, you click on the purchase. That's going to be processed by PayPal. You do not have to have a PayPal. You can use your credit card or your debit card. Just follow the instruction. Click on the payment type that you want to use. After you purchase the download for $15, it's your responsibility to download it. You can download right after or log back in, okay? And that it's not login with Stamping Up. It's logging at frenchiestamps.com. I use WooCommerce to sell my used stamp set or my downloads. But it's your responsibility to Granite just let one out and all it's about to puke. Those dogs, it's horrible when they go. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's funny. So, what I'm saying, it's your responsibility to download it. It's nothing mailed to you, okay? It's a download. Any question before we get started? I think this is going to be fun because we're already gassed up in here. Ollie, you got anything to add on?
Nope, I think we're good to start the party.
So for not being boring, we're going to tell you the number of the card. One thing that in your kit, people that you get your kit, I be done. Where is my card? No, the card that I'm making. Where is my pack? It should have been in there. Haha. So in your envelopes or in all your stuff, it's divided. And we still have 2 class available with everything pre-cut, and that come with the designer series paper. It's $35 plus the shipping. We just got 2, and after those 2 are sold, we are sold out. Okay, we get 2 left over. We had kept 2 thing. Mary got one today. Mary, if you're live, I send you your thing. So after we sold those 2, we're done. You're gonna have a number. Let me flip this down. Now it's time to get going. So to make it more not so boring, we're going to rotate between me and Ollie, so it won't be all the same voice over and over. And I think that's what it's nice about sharing a class and so on. So all in your package, you get all separated with everything you need in your envelope. Now you're going to notice you get a number beside it. It's where the postage going to go, or you can take an eraser and erase that. And when I talk about an eraser, just any eraser, but I like to have my those white eraser. Really, I don't like the eraser you get the 2 those regular pencil. I don't like it. So like a nice eraser, and you're just going to erase that. If you don't mail it, boom, nothing gonna show. So some people were concerned about that. It's a very light pencil that we did, so that way it won't be no confused, because we used to put post-it note, and what happened, sometimes the post-it note, you get mute. Somehow the audio on my computer got mute. Okay, Linda is good. She find that she was mute. Perfect. So we find that when we used to put post-it notes, sometimes the post-it note would get pushed aside or unstick by mistake and so on, and then they didn't know what card it was. And some of it, looks similar in the package. So that's why. So you have to make sure to look at the number. So we're going to start. We get 2 fall cards. So we will start with the fall card. So this is number 6. Number 6 that we are doing. The number 6 is using one of my favorite stamp set, really. It's earth tone texture. We're going to start with the wild wasabi. And this is going to be a kind of a quick class, I think, just because we're very well prepared, okay? And if you purchase the kit, you get quite a bit prepared for you. So I'm using the wheat. You can stamp off if you want, or what I do, I stamp one and then again, ink and stamp, ink and stamp. So I stamp twice. So it's no right and wrong. And again, I'm going to say it over and over. When it comes to paper crafting, it's no right and wrong. Keep that in mind. Is my cleaner there?
Mm-mm.
Right oh, there. It's there. It would have bite me. And so now this is done. Ollie didn't know what she signed up for. Now you got a little package here that, you know what, when I prepare for this class, I'll end up in the hospital for a couple days just because I was broken an eye with all the die cut that I did. I am teasing you here, but dang, I was like, what the heck did I do to myself? So this is a partial of the punch. And what you're going to do, it's, you see this, you get the flat part there. You're going to go, this going to face you down, okay? The flat part, not the long part, the short part facing down at you. And you're going to stamp your greeting right there. And this is something that I am sure that you see me do quite often. Very much so. So now we get this done. Now this is the tricky part here because I already die cut this. Remember, we did this class live and we wanted to have a smooth thing. What it's nice about this die is that even if you stamp it first, you're going to cut partial of the stamping image, so you won't have that edge. You won't have, you know, a cardstock edge. Everything is stamped. So the easiest one for this one, and this we're going to need again, it's use the ink pad, and that's pecan here, and have that facing up to you, facing up. And then you're going to take your, oops, make it the right side there, and put it down there. See, you get some of the stamp on the side. That is the stamp the same way that if you cut it, and you're going to have a little bit that won't get cut, and that's how you don't have no trim around. See, boom. So even if you don't have this stamp set for this card, I'm sure you can do any background. You can leave your pot plain or sponge it. So we try to make it very much affordable. Now, your piece, it's pre-embossed. So already embossed, we're going to go ahead and mount that. Oh, before I mount that, though, I like to do something right here. And I'm going to use a blend, and I'm going to put my, this is going to go right here. And I'm going to do a shadow. You know, I like to anchor. So my shadow just going one way. See, when you get a shadow, except if it's noon, well, really, it's direct. You can have sometime a little bit on both sides. It's just me with my scenery. Now, this one here, I'm going to glue that flat. Like this. And keep it lift up a little bit here. And then you're going to slide this under. So this part don't even have, I can go even a little bit lower. Oh, it's better if I'm straight though. Et voila. Now we're going to use, I like to use my duct tape. That would be my glue dots. And oh, one thing that I like to do with this is I like to take like a paper piercer, and I just put that in my hand and rub it. So that's going to curve my flower. Some of you are going to say, why are you doing that, Frenchie? Because it's going to get flat in the mail. It's still going to keep a little bit of the shape. Trust me. So another thing you could, And you could always sponge around so you get different tone, but all is good just this way. So this was my fall card. So I use an everyday stamp, and we don't have much from the new catalog just because that the new catalog came later this year, and we wanted to do our class in the summer. We use a few products from the new catalog, but that was the one that we did at the last minute. So in your package you can have maybe all small one or a mix, like I got a large and two small one. So all your embellishments should be right in your kit there, and all separates with each card, so that make it very lovely. So you see, all the guessing game and so on was done for you. Now we just have to assemble this. And here, oh, I forgot, inside I have to remount my stamp set. Give me the wheat one, Ollie, please. I completely forgot the inside. Now this gonna come right, I'm gonna put in the back of this. That's gonna come right here. I go right, you see, just keep a little bit on the edge there. And see, this was cockeye a bit. Oh, well, it's gonna stay like that. It's made with love. And the ribbon, you're just gonna fold in two. And after it's full, then I'm gonna cut it. This one want to fray a bit, so I used to keep, yep, I got one at each end, a lighter. And what I'm going to do is just burn a little bit, and that's going to stop it from fraying completely. So even when you put it in your envelope, it won't fray anymore. See all the tip, even if you didn't purchase the class, all what you learned, give us some love for that, right? Inside, well, I thought so. I went too fast putting my stuff away. I just keep Ollie on the jiffy there. So I'm gonna stamp this. Oops, right here. I get some on the side. Now, what you can do, it's just using maybe a Post-it note or whatever it is. Like me, I just gonna take this here and lift this right at the edge. Oh, the yellow right here, right at the edge with my wheat, and I'm going to go, let's move that there. That's for the inside, okay? Lift that there. And the reason why you do that, because this is more like a wicker basket, so it's not a see-through. So I'm going to stamp it once, lift it up, stamp again, and stamp again. So I just ink once, et voila. How cool is that, right? So that is it for this card. Now we're going to switch spot, me and Ollie going to move in and do her fall card. Oh, another thing you can do also is stamp your envelope. I didn't stamp my envelope, no biggie. You know what to do. You can do this right. And when you stamp your envelope, you want to do it on the loser side, no, the left side, okay? And why I say the loser side, the left side, if you don't go on this side, it's a good chance that your card going to get lost. Why? Because the post office need this plain when they roll it in the machine, and sometimes it's a coating at the bottom. For some reason, you should never have anything stamped on the right side. Above, it need on the right side, it's the postage, returning address, and here you can have a decoration, or you can decorate in the back. So here you have it. Number one, it's done. Thank you, and I will see you in a minute.
Okay, people, we are going to do number 4, which is my fall card, using the Layering Leaves stamp set. The first thing you want to do is take your embossed layer and lightly sponge over the embossing. I always like to start off and come in and turn your paper if it's easier for you. I always like to, I'm right-handed, so I like to come in from the right. And of course, that's where my embossing is now when I flipped my paper. Once you're happy with that, you can make it as light or as dark as you want. Then you are ready to adhere it. And I like the more open space at the bottom right, but you can certainly layer it up however you like. And this is just a tiny little border here. And if you know me, you know I had to put some purple in my card. I think this gorgeous grape is a, what?
I said purple.
Oh.
I like blue, she like purple.
Oh, I guess maybe I should fold my card base in half.
And all the one in the different country like Canada, New Zealand, Australia, and so on, the PDF can be purchased for all of you. That's why we decided to sell the PDF for the class. For anybody from another country can purchase it.
Again, a tiny little border here. And then I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive on the back of this wavy circle. And I'm not going to go all the way to the edges because I want to tuck some of my layering elements in. So I guess that looks about good there. You should have a little envelope with your little embellishments. I found that my embellishments, it had static, so it might be a little bit tough getting your stuff out of there, but it should be all there. On this circle, we are going to stamp our greeting. And I stamped it just right in the middle there. And then I added some little leaves. Oh, I did not pull that from my stamp set. Hold on just one sec. I can go.
This one?
Like, yeah, this guy.
Oh.
And
Which color?
crushed curry. Which you have crushed curry out already?
No, it should be there.
Sorry, thought I was all ready.
It's all good.
And I think this one, I used one of the other stamps, the one with the open ones. This time I'm going to use the one that has the more like a flower. And you can just add those at the top and the bottom of the greeting, just to give it some interest and not quite so much white space. like so. This is your block. For my linen thread, I like to put a little bit of adhesive in the middle here, and then I just wrap it around my fingers, kind of spread it out a little bit. And I like my two ends to be on the inside of my, let's see here. Putting the adhesive on the back of that then helps you secure your twine or your ribbon. You can do it with ribbon as well, where you want it. And then it just gives you those little messy loops there on the back. And then we're going to use dimensionals on this layer. And you can kind of overlap some of that twine with your dimensionals, and that just helps anchor it for you. And then you're going to, I added this guy. You know, maybe I should do this stamping first. It's been a while since we made these cards, so my brain is like, what did we do? So I stamped on the white piece of paper that you have. I stamped the open leaf. And on the purple one, I stamped it with purple ink, so tone on tone. This stamp set coordinates with the bow punch, and currently the bow punch is unavailable, but it will be back in, I believe, around the 2nd of October is estimated when it's supposed to be back in. So then we're going to just line up our leaves and punch them. And you might want to punch closer to the bottom of your little piece of paper, because I have just a tiny little handle here to get that lined up. You can always attach a Post-it note to use it as a second hand though. Okay, now we're ready to start putting all the layers on here. And I'm going to use France's duct tape. And I'm going to stick that at the back of there. Oh, I stamped these the opposite of what I did on my original card, but you get the gist.
It's still good.
And then this one we're going to tuck underneath this green layer. And this one is going to come, I'll take some of these off here. And then you should have, oops, stuck to my thumb.
So Michelle, you put, you put something about you asked your local postage. So that is correct. Nothing on the right bottom side, correct? Because the machine cannot read right.
When you're doing these little leaves with your glue dots, you want to be careful that you don't tear your stem off. And then we're going to add that to the front of the card. Like that. And then I'm like France. You will probably, I don't know if everybody has a big and too little, but you should have 3 of the embellishment here.
It's funny that both of our package get the mixed one.
So we'll stick that one up there. And in this empty space down here. Well, okay. And then the last thing I would do, well, 2 things I would do. I would stamp the purple.
They're washed, so if you mix them,
Oh,
you're
okay.
They're washed. I washed them. I didn't put them away because I remember what I did to mine.
So I'm just going to stamp a purple leaf here. You can never have too much purple. And then on the inside, I think I did it on the left. Yeah. I didn't put a greeting on the inside. I was kind of limited for fall greetings on what we had available. So there you have it. Card number 4. I'll get moved out of the way here and let Frenchie come back in.
We're going to rotate like that. I think it's going to be a good mix so we can
get ready for the next card.
Yeah. The next one, Ollie, if you blink, you're going to miss it. In other words, Ollie, you don't have time to go potty, okay?
Okay.
So this card here, so this one is number 7. Number 7. Ollie, which number were you? Did you
4.
say number 4? Okay. Now we're on number 7. So it won't be in a row, and it's a reason why we're not going in the row. And it's easy for you to find your cards, right? Well, where's my thing? I don't have my cards.
There was 2 over here.
Oh, that is craziness. Okay, number 7. And number 7, it could be that you're going to have a different what can I call that? Different image, because it's come from the One Open Slate card kit. In the picture, you get it all. I share all of them, okay? And this one, open, it's kind of, we had everything in plastic just because we didn't want them to get dirty when we do a live class. So you see, so with a sheet of 6 by 6, you can do 2 cards. So that's the online exclusive One Open Slate. One of my favorite, well, it's a scenery, like the fall, it's a scenery, all about fall that it's not available till next week now. Those paper for me, it's screaming at me. I love it. So you see how simple it is? So you can add a different image like this. I wanted to add the trees. So I add the trees. This print, I added the trees. This print, I added the trees. This one, I didn't add no trees. So it's all done the same, no matter the thing that you have, the print. Inside, you get 3 little diamonds or rhinestone. This is embossed, and then your card, it's all scored for you. How awesome it is, the one that purchased the kit, right? I think the first card that it's done, partially done for you, then it make it easy to make more. So you're going to fold this part in, and this part going to get folded in. So that was the way that I can do the fold, the easy fold, and have it 2 cards with a piece of paper. So like I said, this one, I'm not adding no stamp. And I didn't know which paper I would get because I just grabbed one of the kits that we split between me and Ollie. But again, see this, it would be stamped, this stamp. And when I stamp the trees, I want to bring a little bit of attention to you. See, I sponge the bottom just with the dauber. So again, I like to have my image anchor. Like I don't like to have floating thing. Now I'm gonna go ahead and oh, I grabbed Night of Navy and it's not Night of Navy.
I need that one.
Oh, you need that one?
Yep.
I need, see, we didn't have the same blue. Awesome. It's Misty Moonlight. So again, the frame, it's done. I like to stamp it first. It's one color ink. And this here, I'm going to go ahead, stamp that right in the middle. Smack that right there. And we're going to sponge. And this, I use my sponge dauber. I get that question quite often. What you like better, the sponge dauber or the blending brush? There are two completely different products in my book. For some technique, I like this better. Some other, I like the blending brush better. When it's anything on the side of a card, like sponging the side and so on, I way prefer my dauber, okay? So my dauber got a big spot in my heart still. I hope that never going to go away. Now we're going to put the embossing one right here. This is the exposed brick. If you don't have the exposed brick folder, it's one that I love Distress. Okay, it's a new one. The tile Distress in the mini catalog. Absolutely love it. This is in the big catalog. It's amazing in my book. So for me, I would say get them all because any Distress one, I think they're amazing. We're going to stamp our greeting right here. I'm going to smack that right there. Now the trees, even if I don't have the trees there, I'm going to go ahead and put the trees right here. And again, well, now I won't forget my envelope this time. Et voila. See, I got the envelopes. Now, one thing though, here, like I said, I'm going to use my dauber and just go a bit at the bottom here. So it's just to, it's to ground my object there. Absolutely. Now we're gonna be done. We're gonna, oh, my, it's cockeye a little bit. I just noticed that. That's all good though. This one, you have to be very careful that you don't put glue all on that. So I'm gonna use 2 glue dots. Do we run out yet? Soon. I know where we get more. So you want that at the right side. Okay, on the right side, I'm gonna put 3 glue dots there. I'm one that use a lot of glue dots. You can use the of your choice, but oh, I get that. I'm all cockeyed this morning. What the matter happened to me? Here we go. And then take this. We're going to put that, decide where you want it. Some of it, I like it lower, higher, doesn't matter. Now you got your little rhinestone. And that again, you could have different size, okay? When we do a big class, it's, you know, we mix the size of the embellishment, put it that way. It make it a lot easier. And then I'm going to put one right here. If voila, that is it. How quick is that? But that is one that you can repeat for, if you're one that need a lot of Christmas card, it's that it's one that would be quick because with your, like, you can do it in this print, you can do it in so many print also, not just in the blue. I use all the one in the blue that was matching with the Misty, but you can do that with many other print in that kit, in the paper. So that is it with this. Now Ollie will come and be with her next card. See, we're on jiggy with it, right? Can dauber be washed? Absolutely, dauber can be washed. Stamping blends brush to blending brush can be washed. I don't like to wash mine. So like my blue, I just gonna wipe it there and use another blue. So I get like one for blues with an S, one for green with an S. I don't use one for every color. My dauber, I get my case with all color, but yes, they can be washed. Here to the next one.
Okay, folks, this is card number 1 from your tutorial. And this is using, I think it's called Cottage Wreath. These dies are on low inventory. So if you don't have them and want them, you'll want to place an order soon before they're out of stock. Sorry, I thought I was ready for you gals. Guys, we may have some guys on here. That would be awesome. Okay. So with this card, pretty much you have just very minimal stamping. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere your embossed white to one of the real red layers. And this one, instead of a teeny tiny border, I gave it a little bit of a fatter border. It's kind of nice to switch them up every now and then. And then this can just be adhered to your card base. Whoops, I keep sticking that wreath to my layer there. Okay, so we're going to just glue that down. And then we might as well just go ahead and finish the inside. So you have a red layer and a white layer for the inside as well. And I'm stamping the inside greeting with the shaded spruce. I like to line it up on the grid paper and then hopefully get it somewhat straight. It's not always a given, but it helps. So then this layer can go on to the other red. And then onto the inside of the card. I'm going to use all of France's adhesive.
We got plenty more.
We got plenty more, I'm sure we do. Okay, so that takes care of the inside and the main part of the card here. For your wreaths, I think they do line up if you have the patience to go around and try to line them up. I'm just going to use liquid glue. Maybe bring this silicone mat so it doesn't stick. And where I want my my berries to go, I colored rhinestones with cherry cobbler blending, blender pen, the alcohol blender pen, blends.
Stamping blends. We had a tough time with that because we were talking about that watercolor with blender pen, that stamping blends. See, it's too much alike.
So I'm just going to put 3 little dots of liquid glue there. And then it doesn't matter to me if this doesn't line up perfectly. So I'm just going to, as France would say, smack it down. I might have got a little bit too much glue because you know with the vellum, your adhesive is going to show through. we will cover that with some gems. And then we're going to turn that over, and you should have a white circle. And we are going to adhere this circle to the back of our wreath. And again, I'm just going to put a little bit of liquid glue here. And then this is going to since this is embossed, I wanted a smooth layer to stamp my grading on. So that's why this circle is in the back. Whoops. Okay. So then with our red ink, we're going to just stamp this tiny Merry Christmas right in the center. Like so. And then we're going to, I think, I did use some dimensionals on the back of that. So on a round image, I usually just do 3 dimensionals, kind of offset them a little bit. Then I'm going to put this centered left to right, but a little bit higher than lower. But you certainly put it wherever you think it looks best. So then we will use, you should have 9 rhinestones all colored for you. So then where I have my glue, I'm going to put a cluster of three little rhinestones. I like using the putty end of the Take Your Pick tool to pick up my embellishments. I don't know where my other glue is, so we'll just put it over here. That way it looks a lot like holly, right? Can't have a Christmas card without holly. Okay, and then you should have a piece of red ribbon. And this one's kind of folded a little bit. I'm going to just take the bone folder and run it across there. Kind of acts like an iron and straightens out those creases a little bit for you. I like to start, I'm right-handed, so I start making my loop with the small tail at the right here. And then I loop around, fold this longer piece in half to make a second loop, and then just pull it tight. You don't want to pull it too tight until you have your loops of your bow where you want them. And then you just squeeze the middle here, and then that allows you to make your bow the way you want it. And then I would add a couple of glue dots to the back of that. And then I'm going to kind of angle it here at the bottom. This one was more at the side because of where my berries were. And then I'm going to cut some of my ribbon off at an angle. And with that, my friends, we are all done with card number 1. I didn't do anything on the envelope. You could stamp something on the envelope. There wasn't a stamp in this set that I used, but there you have it.
Ollie, I put your thing there. Do you want to give them the tip about what you get inside? Because I do that too. Open, you're going to know what I'm talking about. I think that's such a great gift.
This is where the wreath dies came from and the little sentiment. If I cut things with my dies, I like to leave them in a clear envelope and stick it in the stamp case, so that then you have, if I wanted to use, that one's just white. If I wanted to use it, here's a bow you could, and of course it's in purple. Here's a more fall wreath, you know, you could add that. So if I have any leftovers that I've stamped and die cut, I like to keep them in a clear envelope with the case, with the stamp set.
And we sell the clear envelope. I think that is one of, since I started doing that a while back, I love it. Last minute, sometimes you need an embellishment or an extra piece on a card, you grab and you got it. I think it's
and
awesome.
If you don't like it in the on your stamps, you can always store them here too. Like that. Alrighty, here comes Frenchie.
Awesome, here I am again. So this one is number 8, I would think. Yes, I'm at number 8. This one is the truck, and the truck stamp set is available, but
I took your ink out of that one. Did you find it?
Which color was it? Oh, real red. Okay. Perfect. The punch is not available till I want to say October 2nd or
16th, I think.
16th. Yes, you're right, Ollie. October 16th. So with that being said, it's I say go for the stamp set if you want it, because I'm afraid, because it's online exclusive. One of the beauty, the truck, well, you're gonna say it's easy for you to say easy to cut because you like your scissors. I think personally it's easy to cut, and I'm going to show you something today that I still cut. So let's get jiggy with it and let's see. So you get number 8. In your number 8, you get your card base. We're going to go ahead and fold that in half. And now on your scrap paper here, the square one, we're going to stamp the truck. And while we stamp the truck, this time I will not forget my inside. So see, now we can remove that so we don't have the shine. Like I said, we did that live, so we needed, here we go. So, and I got another one. It's a difference between those two. They're the same, but it's a different. Maybe some of you see the difference, some of you don't, but I will tell you the difference in a minute. So I'm gonna take that out too of when we did the class in person, I put 2 sample in the basket, so that way, you know, table of 4 didn't have to go far too low. Now I like to start, some people like to start with different one. I like to start with my outline first. So we're going to go ahead and get the outline. You're waiting for the punch, but I'm telling you, it's mini card you can do without the punch also, okay? Absolutely. So now I got all this, and you know what? We might as well go to town and have our envelope to do it all this time. Go big or go home. Is it the way it go?
Absolutely.
Here we go. So now we're going to go with the body. It's real red. And some of your ink, it seemed to want, Ollie will talk about that. Mine don't do that. And I thought it's because the pad, it's too juicy. But so we're going to just align this here, smack that there. And usually I put a foam mat under. So I'm going to go back, get more red on my truck. When it's a photopolymer, I like to have my mat under, because the photopolymer don't have a cushion like the red rubber. We get the cushion. Yeah, I think this set is very friendly to without the punch. And you know what? I want it darker still. Oh, I went off a bit, but that's okay. Et voila. And I got one more, I know. Oh, yeah, right here.
Your blocks aren't going to know what to do being all clean.
I know. They were pretty good, though. I had cleaned them. Like, that was a whole, the one you get there, I did the floor with that. But, I mean, I cleaned them. They still... So now with this, I like to have like my window tinted or have color. But if you do that with the envelope, you're gonna have to have a piece of scrap paper or something, because it's 90% chance, depend, maybe you get a light in. I'm using the light pool party to do the, man, here we go, to do my window, okay? And then we're going to do the rest. And the reason why, it's a good chance it would have went through my envelope. Now we're going to do this one here. Remember, you get the side window and you get your back window. And I didn't bring my light smoky slate. Let me reach that. Light smoky slate. So I'm gonna do the rim with the light smoky slate. This one I passed it a bit, but it's all good. Here we go. Boom. And I needed that again. Why did I put it away? At the bottom of my card, and that you want to do that before you I anchor. You bet. Maybe here it's just a little bit. I'm just going to go softly. I like to anchor that my truck, it's not floating. Okay, so this is the inside of my card. Oh, I need the wheel on the bus. Here we go. So the wheel, I get the greeting there, but we're going to remove it for now. We're going to go ahead and smack that right there. See, inside it's not punched out. So that's what I'm saying. It's many things you can do with the truck that you don't need the punch. Now we're going to go ahead and do the trees. And the trees, it's in one color, but it look in two colors. So the trees, I'm using shaded spruce. And doesn't matter which way you're going to start. I like to start with this one with the bowl image. Most time I like to use like the detail of this one. But for this stamp, I like to do the bowl image first, just because I can see the line very well compared to the other one. So I'm going to ink, stamp off, and then ear. Oh, I could have went a little bit lower. I'm going to fix that in a minute. And then the same thing here, stamp off. Et voila, now I did good. This one, we're not doing it there. We're going to do it on the circle. So stamp off and boom. Now, we're going to take the detail one. Now we're not stamping off. We're going to go This called second generation. So if you hear a technique say second generation, that means you stamp off and then on. Oh yeah, the truck. I mean, I get every season, and you get the flowers in it. You get for every season. Okay, this one not, because that one's gonna get punched out or cut out. Now I'm gonna do this one here. Et voila. See, I went a little bit lower to attach it to inside the truck bed there, and over here. Voila. So that's how I get the two-tone, but only with one color. Now we got, let me use, do you still have the little, yeah, I had both greeting, no, the long one, and I remove it when I did my wheel. Um, for the greeting, I'm using the green too, or you can use the black. Some of it I use the black, some of it I use the green. No right and wrong. I get the green in front of me here. Et voila. So now we're ready to assemble. So I'm gonna use the punch, but like I said, I think it's easy without the punch too, but you know I like the punch. I mean, I like end cut. So we're gonna align that, and then I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about with this. And some of you, you won't mind. Ollie don't mind. Me, it's not my friend. So look the two cards here. I get one that it's what I'm talking about, and the other one you're going to see in a minute. So you see this, I got that white line there. Well, it seemed that it's missing something, right? And here, see that look more that the tree, it's right inside the truck bed. I got two solutions for you. You can sponge it so that with the same color than your truck, so that's going to give it more the smooth that the object look in the back of your truck bed, or you can cut it. And in my choice, most of it I did some that I gonna cut it. So that's what I'm saying. Even if you get the punch, I adjust mine. Remember the first card I present today that I said I was very excited because yeah, you die cut, but you get part of the image out. I like that because then it's a lot better for me. So again, this is optional, but if you don't like to end cut and you're going to get the punch, or you already get the punch, you can sponge, and that's going to give that illusion that everything is in the back of the truck. Okay, so that's the difference between the two. I think when you get it side by side, you can see it quite well. Okay, so now to assemble the card, it's kind of an easy process. Like this. And then you already got your piece embossed. And I got a tip for you. If you're not in the music, I know we got Hope in this session today that Hope it's big time in music. I had to ask my husband. He told me which song it was. Now I don't remember. But if you're wondering which sides the note come, one of it had a number. I thought, I cannot see it now. Maybe I went sideways. But I think it go this way. So now I would have to have the help of my husband, but I think it go this way. So if you don't know which side, you know what, just smack it down and say it's homemade, okay? It's no right and wrong when it comes to paper thing. If you play music, it can make a difference raising your music upside down. Now we're going to put this right here. Now, the one with the tree gonna get glued to the green, and that is flat. The truck gonna go 3D, meaning it's gonna be popped up. So well, You know what? Let's pop the truck and then it's going to be easier so it's go at the right direction because it's hard to tell with just the trees there. So we're going to put two um, dimensional. You know what? I get it right here. See, silicone mat, it's amazing to have in your room, right? Now, see it look right in that truck bed. Now I'm going to take my Pool Party Delight. It is a stamp that look like the ground. I think you only going to use it. Yeah, I didn't use it, but see, I just add a bit there. And then this going to go flat right here. So I'm going to make sure to have a little bit here. So it look at least I get the ground there. Now I know which to have my truck straight because it's hard to tell just when it's the thing. Now I can put that here. And the reason why I am not putting another dimensional in the back of my circle, it's because one layer of circle make your card thick enough pretty much for mailing because you don't want it too thick. So this is it for number 8, my friend. So yeah, I think for me it make a difference. You know, Ollie or she just used the regular one. I like to trim that part, or some of it I sponge it. But again, it's no right and wrong when it comes to paper crafting. Now we're going to switch. Ollie going to have extra tip with this bundle. Okay, all yours, my friend.
Okay, here is our next card. And this is the online exclusive Horse and Sleigh, I think, is what the stamp set is called. And, it would be nice to have a card kit, huh? This is card number 3. And I cut green, so you have your horse and sleigh is cut out of a layer piece. And it's pretty tight, so this is a real skinny little layer here. So what we're going to do, put that up so I can remember. We're going to glue this navy piece right to our card base. And I switch back and forth between liquid glue and seal for this little tiny layer. It's so skinny there on the sides. I like to use liquid. Okay, we'll do that. And then we're going to, the white layer, we're going to stamp our greeting. I got the wrong stamp. Let me grab a different stamp here. I grabbed Sending Warmth Your Way, and I really want Wishing You a Season of Cheer. So, okay. We're going to stamp that in navy. And we want to do it up at the top right. And then this layer can be glued onto our card base. With the skinny, skinny border. So you will have a piece of navy that you will stamp with this little tree image from the stamp set with Versamark and heat emboss with white embossing powder. I've already done that step, so we didn't have to do that today. And this is just going to get glued on to the left right there. And then in your envelope, you should have an embellishment package, and it has pearls, the iridescent pearls, and a white cutout of another branchy tree image. Whoa, I just flew that pearl somewhere.
In the river?
Maybe. I don't know where it went.
We're going to find it when we don't need it.
It just jumped right out of my hand.
A regular pearl?
Iridescent. And we're going to just add a little bit of liquid glue on the back of our tree. And we're going to, this one can come up a little bit, and I overlap the navy one because our sleigh is going to cover the bottom of this one. And I did use dimensionals on the sleigh. And I don't like my stuff to sag, so I probably go overboard on dimensionals, but then when the recipient gets it, it's not all saggy in the middle. Oops. I'm going to move it over just a little bit here. And I'm using the navy layer to ground my sleigh. And then we're going to add our pearls. And I think you have one big pearl and two small pearls, but you could have either the other way or all of one size, but you should have 3 pearls in there. Okay, and then for the inside, I wasn't sure what to put on the inside, so there's this little rabbit in the inside. So I just stamped the little rabbit on the inside here. And then our front says, wishing you a season of cheer and a happy new year is what the inside is going to say. Just like that. Alrighty. It's back to the Frenchie show. You could stamp a rabbit on here too. Let's go ahead and stamp a rabbit on the envelope. Oops. I look like a brand new stamper. Look at my hands. They're all full of ink. Hopefully, oh, he's a little bit fuzzy, but not too bad. Okay, clean this up for France, and back to Frenchie.
Okay, I will have you ask for the link of the video for the postage. I find them when I'm back off the table. I will put the link there. Okay, so this one is a little bit longer but not longer. So the card that you have to make, it's number 9. We're at number 9 with this card. It is very, I like it that way, but then this bundle, if you get the die that match it, you get that elk that you could put there. So it's not a reindeer, really. Some people thought it was a reindeer. It would be a big reindeer. It could be, though, big reindeer with big antlers. Who knows? It could be Santa's reindeer. So I did a sample to show you with him in the picture, but really your package, it's this one. So what you're going to do, this one, it's not the, let me think, it is not the dauber, it is the stamping blend. So you see, like I said, different thing for different season. We're on number 9. I pre-stamped the inside. It's very simple. It's the trees and the greeting. I pre-done that to crank it up a notch a little bit, just because it's a little bit longer, not much. So all the lucky, I don't know, lucky or all the one that you guys did, guys, ladies, stampers, whatever, that purchase the kit, you get your template done, and also you get your rip part done. So you see, it was worth having that done, right? I like to do this part first. I'm going to use my smoky slate. And again, you want to start on a scrap paper on the side there. If you start right at the beginning, you get a big daub there. I'm going to hold this in place, and I'm going to go heavier on the edge and coming in lighter. See, I'm going very heavy on the edge. And remember, it looked like not much, but let me tell you, when we remove that, it's going to be quite a bit more. Now, voila. Now, we're going to go ahead with the pretty peacock. And we're going to do our, well, first we're going to stamp our 3s, okay? So let's stamp our 3s, because we know where to make the snow. I'm going to put that right here. And while we get that, absolutely, might as well do this. Well, that's okay. It's snow at the bottom. They won't even know. They won't know. They won't know. Absolutely not. See? Perfect. Okay, so with your template there, I like to go right under here, put the rip part there, and we're going to go start on the scrap, push it down. The snow you're going to push down like so. See? It's darker, just like now. We're going to do a little bit of character, like if you live in the Wyoming, it's nothing flat when it comes snow. It's bang because of the wind and so on. Talking about the wind, we get quite a bit today. See? So you just add the character that you want. See, I go on the top of my scrap, push it down. And then just a little bit here. Et voila. So now I got my snow. How simple that was, right? The only reason why I said it's going to take a little bit longer, because it's not just stamped blue. I had to work at it a little bit. We're going to take our Merry Christmas, and we're going to smack down in the mood. Et voila. Now we're going to add a little little bit more character to this card, and that's going to be by flicking some Wink of Stella. So a little bit of bling for sparkle for Christmas. This is called priming your Wink of Stella. See, it's when you prime it, you're going to see that you get the liquid coming there. You don't want to keep on adding liquid till it drips. Then you're going to have way too much. So when you get enough, you see you get some of the Wink of Stella, I just flicker. Some people like to do this. I don't like to bang on myself, or some people like to do this. Me, I like to use my cat. Again, that it's personal choice. Et voila. Now I get a good little snowstorm happening. Can you see that? You sure can. And now we're going to glue this. Nope, do we need more? No, we still have some. Get a little knot right here. And voila. The reason why I do this is because my Wink of Stella, it's not dry. When the Wink of Stella is going to be back in stock?
It says to be determined.
To be determined. It should, I would think that's a staple. I would think it, I hope it's going to be quick, especially for Christmas. And that is something that I know I stock up on just because I use a lot of Wink of Stella. I don't like glitter, but I like Wink of Stella because it don't go in my eyes. Et voila, my friend. How cool is that and simple, right? So Ollie will be back, and I will put you the link of the, whatchamacallit there, that thing for the postage. I got 2 videos talking about postage.
Okay, we are on card number 2. And now you get to see me work with the truck punch. Okay, I'll bring all these in. I used, it feels like all of the stamp sets plus the kitchen sink on this one. Can I have the memento?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Just
Thank
follow
you.
what you need. I'm right here, I need.
Okay, let's see. I have a sample somewhere.
Which one? Which card?
My truck.
Yeah, it's right here.
My sample?
Huh.
Oh, here it is.
I thought it was there.
Okay. So here is my sample. Let me get this out of the plastic for you. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is you have 2 pieces of white. On the shorter white piece is what you're going to stamp your truck on. Your other piece is a layer. So save the longer one for your layer. And we will stamp our truck. And my stamp set, the outline is good, but my truck image, if you ink it too hard, it looks like your card has the measles. And I think this one, let me take this one out of the plastic for you. You can see what I'm saying. It has the red ink inside the window, so it makes it look like it has the measles. You see that? I think you can see that right in here. So we will try not to have measles today. And again, on this one, I'm going to stamp closer to one end than the other so that I have a handle to punch it out with.
And you can show them with Post-it note. It's been a while, Ollie. I didn't share that.
Okay.
And I think we get Post-it note right here. That's not a sticky one, right? Okay, let me get you a Post-it note.
Okay, so then we're going to try our luck with the red ink and the truck image. And you can kind of see the ink going on your truck. I am barely tapping it because I don't want it to have the measles. So we'll just line this up. And I kind of liked mine where it didn't stamp all the way. I thought it made it look a little bit rustic or well-loved. Before we punch it out, we are going to stamp our tires. And I try to line up the little hubcap things in the middle. Pretty good. That could be a little darker. Let's see if I can line it up again.
Can they hear the squeaky squeaky?
Yeah, Francis washing for me. It's nice to have an assistant. I'm usually the assistant, so it's nice to stamp and have an assistant.
Absolutely, I agree.
Okay, so I think this is Francis punch, but I'm going to use it. So if you have an image that's too tight, you can attach your Post-it note, and then you can use that to guide it in your punch where it needs to go. I like to use that as an extra hand. We'll punch that out. And then let's assemble first here. We'll set him aside. I'm living on the edge. I have the red ink still opened.
Ooh.
So I think we will, well, we've got to stamp here. We're going to stamp our greeting on the longer white piece that you have. We're going to go ahead and stamp the greeting in the red. And I stamped it over on the right upper corner. Like that. Then you have a red piece that is embossed with the, is it just called metal? Embossing folder. It's from the annual catalog. When I have embossed layers, I definitely like to use liquid glue to adhere another layer to it. And this we're going to make, my blade must have needed to be trimmed. Got a little bit of fuzzy here. See if I can do this.
You get the trimmer right here, Ollie.
Well, I've already got glue all over it.
Okay.
Sometimes I just run my scissors.
Metal
on
plate.
The metal plate is the die or the embossing folder that I used. Well, that looks a little better. Just run my scissors along that edge to take care of some fuzzies. And this again is a little border. And then you'll have a piece of ribbon. And this is the black and white gingham checked ribbon in the annual catalog. In the holiday catalog, there's a little bit whiter ribbon that's black and vanilla. So I like to just put a glue dot on each end, and then I'm going to just adhere it to the back, like that. And then this is ready to go on our card base. Whenever I have glue or a ribbon, I like to put my adhesive or my glue over the top of that ribbon to just kind of anchor it a little bit better. Okay, that looks good to me. Then you have from the nested dies, you have a green piece and a white piece. The green piece, oh, on my card I put under. I guess we can still put it under. Live dangerously here with this liquid glue. So before you put your ribbon, if you want your ribbon between your two layers, put your green label down first before you attach your ribbon. And then on my white layer, I am using, I think the class says pecan pie. Can I?
Yep.
Forgot that one.
That's okay.
So with pecan pie ink, I'm going to use the little ground image. And I don't know which way it goes with the shorter ones at the top or the shorter ones at the bottom, but I like to put my shorter ones at the top. And I'm going to stamp that straight on my label.
How long have you been a demonstrator?
Almost 15 years. Why?
Next.
Oh, somebody asked?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought because I used my finger to clean the block off.
No, somebody, she's going to be celebrating her 15 years in February or March, if I recall it right.
And then what I did with my truck, I put presents in the back of my truck. So to know where to stamp my presents, I put my truck where I wanted it. And then I put a light line on the back of my truck with a pencil. I think you can see that. So then I know where to stamp the presents. And I stamped the outline in green. And then the bottom of the stamped image of the presents, I just made sure that I went on my line there. And the present, there's a two-step stamping to outline some of the presents, and I'm doing that in Orchid Oasis. Oh, I need that for the inside. Sorry, babe.
That's okay. That's okay. Here we go.
Okay, so we line that up. And then Pool Party Blend. Blends.
I hope you get a good one.
Okay. I'm going to color the white part of the presents with Pool Party. Can I flick this, the black, and I'll replace it if...
No, you can't. Yeah, you go. I got a few black ones because I don't know if we can still buy it single. We used to be able to buy single black, so I got a few of that.
Okay, so then I'm ready to, and this is just with adhesive, no dimensionals, that I'm going to line that up on my green label. Our truck is going to be popped up on dimensionals. like that. And then this next step that I'm going to do, you guys do at your own risk with your markers. I don't mind doing it to my marker, and France said she didn't care if I did it to hers. So the fat end of the marker, you can flick it in the cap and you'll get some little splatters on your card. But like I said, do that at your own risk. You see those little black splatters right up in here? I just thought it added a little something, something. And then I do need the gray for my wheels. Or hubcaps, is that what they're called, I think?
Yep.
Okay, and then for the inside, I did just another present and a greeting.
And you need cherry cobbler, I think.
I think I need a greeting out of here.
Cherry cobbler should be still here, right?
It's, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's this one.
Do you want to walk?
May piece of the season, is that what that says?
Yes.
Okay. Some of the greetings are coming from this Brightest Glow. It's an awesome Christmas greeting stamp set. There's no images, but the greetings in it are amazing.
Yeah, I used that one too in like 2 or 3 cards.
Yeah.
Yes. I think. Yeah, I know I use it.
Okay, so we're going to put our greeting here. Close up that red ink. And then we're going to do the present again on the inside. You could do the present on your envelope as well.
They want to see your nail close up.
Oh, my little cheetah print. I like to have fun with my nails. I told my little nail gal yesterday, I said, okay, in a month I'm going to Disney. So be thinking about what you want to put on my nails the next time you see me. So she's going to search for some Minnie Mouse or some kind of Disney theme to do on my nails for next month. So that'll be fun. Again, we're going to put, did you take the little stamp here?
Which one?
The filler in?
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Thank you.
It was here, so I thought you were done. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. And I'm not going to color these ones in. I'm going to leave them white. But certainly you can make your presents whatever color you like. And you don't even have to use the two-step stamping. You could just color them if you like to color. Okay, I think with that, I am going to pass the table back over to France.
This one go in this here.
Okay.
So you don't lose that. And this is yours. Okay, now we're on number 10. My favorite, and it will be my Christmas card this year. Also, it will be not only my Christmas card this year, it's going to be my thank you card for order place in November. So I always do send a Christmas card for people that place order in November and so on. Ollie don't have a Facebook page, or she does have a YouTube channel. She would put the link right here. Yes, I was washy-washy. That's right, Mary. So you asked during, I was watching the comment, somebody said their eraser. The eraser that I like to use, let's say your paper cutter, it start to get, the fray, the paper get kind of fray. I love to use before. Sometimes you can use your blade a little bit longer, but when it's free, and again, I got a tip video on that. I The eraser that I use, it's my adhesive eraser, and if you rub that on the side, it's gonna get that fray off. Okay, so somebody mentioned that. Absolutely, that's a great tip. Now the in short, the reason why I shared two video with the paper cutter for the postage tip for the postage, it's because we got a new cutter. I had one with the old cutter, so you see this is an old trick. It's not something new. I've been doing that for years and years. I'm going to share two different things with you. So you can here we go. When you get embellishment like this one or the flat one, it won't matter. But when you place your card inside this, it's pretty much the right measurement. See, it is tight a bit, but it's go. The best thing, take one that it's kind of, this one, it's kind of iffy, and go at your post office and ask them to check it. The other one that we used to have, the other cutter, the track was a little bit looser. I did myself a mailing guide. I went at my post office and I said, "Can I see your mailing guide?" And she said, "I'm going to try to get you one." Well, she couldn't get me one, but it's a 1/4 inch about the size. So that's what I cut there, and see, it go very easy here. So our paper cutter, the new one, it's a little bit tighter. So my best advice, it's go with one that it's tight, and then you're going to see the feel of it. Okay, now another tip that I got for when you got embellishment, and so many people say, "Where did you get the insert?" I got this at Vistaprint. It's just a postcard. It's a postcard. You get whatever you want to write on it. And it say this insert protect the card in the mail. Okay. So with that being at the top, believe it or not, it's going to flat up the card even more because it's all the same. See how easy it is now? And the reason why it's slight easier, it don't have no bump. See, this had a bump and so on, so it's flat. If you don't have the postcard, another one that I recommend, some people put foam. I'm not a fan of the foam, those foam sheet. You can emboss like a deep embossing folder. This one was the Ive, and put that at the top. Okay, if you got like old paper, emboss a bunch of it. One thing though, don't put black if you use color paper, I would be very careful because some of the color paper gonna transfer to the card, especially black. When it rub, it transfer. Okay, so that's the tip of that paper cutter. I hope that helped all of you to decide, how much, if you need extra postage and so on. Because it's nothing more embarrassing than sending a card and the recipient have to pay extra postage. Okay. Like I said, this is my favorite card. It's from the new catalog. Both, it's on page, I think it's page 21 or 12, I think. Now we can show the inside. These are, I think, amazing, amazing. It's the card base with the envelope. There are, see,
is that what you're wanting to show them?
Yes. So the little embellishment are estimated to be back, I want to say September 25th. They're out right now. And like I said at my
Page 34.
Page 34. Okay, it's page 34. It's those envelope here. They kind of lost in the catalog, okay? But I think they're amazing. You get 20 of them with 20 envelope for $12. 20 for $12. You don't have to score, you don't have to cut anything. The envelope got that beautiful, and it's a nice size. We had some in the past that was very, very, very light. This is a very nice size. It's not as thick than the thick white cardstock, but it's thicker than the regular white cardstock. Don't you agree?
Yes.
So then you get the party in the front, you get the party in the back. I think they're beautiful. Now I use the Distress Gold to cut my image, and the one that purchased the kit, it's already done for you. The Distress Gold went on not orderable. That means it's back order for, I think, last night, the night before, or so on. So I think it's, what's the date? Ollie's looking at it. I want to say it's the 25th, but I'm not sure. We're looking in the paper all the way almost at the top.
September 18th.
September 18th. So really about a week and a half. So not bad, right? So I really like the distress look with this here. Now I put this there. Now for this, it's glued right straight on, okay? No, that's raised up. No, straight on, straight on. Straight on, baby. So I'm going to go ahead and just do Mary and Joseph about, because I'm in a little bit maybe of the lamb, just because I know those one touch and the other one are kind of floating, okay? This one got too much glue. I need a scratch paper here. See, you don't want too much glue like that, because what's going to happen, it's going to ooze on the side, and then it's not fun. Okay, then let's go down there this way. Here we go. Okay, now we're going to put that right here. Et voila. Don't worry if they lift a bit, we can glue it after. Now we're going to go ahead and put that at the bottom, and that we're going to raise up. So I'm going to use dimensional. Don't want it to sag. When Ollie said that, I'm like, I got enough thing on me that sag. Don't have to send something sagging in the mail. Right, Ollie? No more sagging. I mean, us ladies or gentlemen, maybe we all get something sagging, but we don't have to give sagging when we send cards. If you didn't spit your coffee from that comment, I don't know what it takes to have fun. Okay. Oh. Oops, come here. See, I'm using a little one here because I'm going to tuck that little Wise King here. Or Joseph. No, Joseph is there. Here we go. Voila. Okay, now we got that. We're going to stamp our greeting. Oh, did you guys hear? Pee-wee's going. Pee-wee is, yeah, he's a naughty little boy. Oh, yeah, here I needed the black and then the yellow over here. Here we go. So we're going to go ahead and stamp our peace and joy. We're going to put that right here.
Does he maybe need to go out?
Yeah, I bet he does. And then we're going to stamp our Merry Christmas for the inside. So it's very little on the outside I had to do, so I crank it up a notch for the inside of the card. What did I do? Oh, right here. So let me Now we got Merry Christmas, peace and joy in the front. Whoops, whoops, whoops. And then we're going to go ahead and do the Merry Christmas right in here. And I am using, I know many of you don't care for that color. I absolutely love it. And I think when you start looking at it at a different angle, you're going to like it too. That is the wild wheat. See, I didn't say wild wasabi this time. Finally got the wild wheat. The wild wheat is an awesome color for Christmas. It's almost a gold. It really go like on the gold tone, okay? So, with that being said, I'm going to go 1, 2, and 3. It looked just like little star. I love it. Did I say it? I love it. Absolutely love it. Now, we're going to go ahead and I know some of you use sponge, some of you use even some dye for this. Oh, I almost choked. Oh, we're having way too much fun here. Okay, so you don't need anything special but a pair of scissors, okay? You're going to cut in the center. I mean, I know I could sell you a special punch for this, or I can sell you a special die, but I'm thinking scissors doing the trick here. Take that money you would have spent on that special punch and buy another stamp. So see, that's called flagging. So if you cut right in the center and then go on each side, you got an awesome flag. Very simple. Now you're going to do the same thing on your distress gold. There and there. So I think for me, that's a lot easier than getting another tool out. But that's just my opinion. Okay, we're going to glue this in. Now we're just going to have to assemble. So see, I put a black mat inside. I got just stamping on the white inside, and I was like, I need something more. So I crank it up a little bit more for the inside. Mary, your kit's going to go in the mail today. Well, the mail is going to be passed, but it's going to be in the mail Monday. Here we go.
I can drop it off on my way into town.
Oh, here we go. And now this here, we're going to go get some duct tape. You bet. Need duct tape on every card. If you're new to my channel, the duct tape, when it comes to this room here, it's my glue dots. I think duct tape fix everything in the household. Well, in my craft room, glue dots fix everything. See, usually the thing in the back, it's wider. I reverse that here. See? So you're just going to line that up there. I'm going to curl that a bit, up, and then the center go under. It won't be as thick as that. Now, here's a tip. I forgot about that. Ollie reminded me that in another live. I'm going to put 2 glue dots in the back where the center is. Not glue dots, dimensional. Dimensional, okay? 2 of them. So that no matter what, they can smush it all they want. I get glue there. They can smush it all they want. It will stay raised up. And then you get 2 glue dots there. You're going to go ahead and put a glue dots. Now, we use both here, glue dots and dimensional. Glue dots at the end, dimensional in the center. And we're going to come and put that right here. And we got a little star. That is estimated to be back in on the 25th, if I recall good. I think that's a must have. I think these little star are the most cute thing.
Yeah, the 25th.
The 25th. Et voila. How cool is that? So I'm going to tell you, this is going to be my thank you card for November. Send the first part of December. I send it at the end of the month, beginning of the month. And then also going to be my regular Christmas card. I absolutely love it. I would say everything in the holiday catalog, it's while supplies last and so on. Sometimes, they already get another shipment in, but that it's in right now. So for $12, you are getting 20. So 20 card base and 20 envelopes. Cannot go wrong with that, right? And it's a nice, very, very nice weight to the paper. I know some of you gonna remember some of the gold we had maybe 4 or 5 years ago. They were very thin. This one, I strongly recommend it. Well, I'm using it, so that should speak loud enough. So now we're going to move to Ollie. Holly gonna have the last card. So if you get any question for us or anything you want us to answer, please shoot them, okay? Here we go, Holly.
Awesome. Okay, this is number 5. And I should have taken this out first.
Me too, I had some. That's okay. And we're going to have 2 winners at the end there. If you purchase the class, your name get entered in the drawing. Usually we go by comment, and this time we went by the people that purchased the class.
Okay. So this one we're using the sparkling snowflakes. It does come with a bundle with a punch, but we're not using the punch. We're just using the stamp set today. And I forget what this paper is called, but I really like this sparkling snowflake. It's a foil. You get 2 different Lost Lagoon colors and then a white and a silver.
It's with that bundle there.
Yeah, I would look at the back.
I want to show it here because we see better, but okay, here it is.
So it's this foil here, Snowflake Magic. And it has the 2 different colors of Lost Lagoon plus the white and the silver. Okay, so let us fold our card base in half. And this is a new embossing folder. You kind of see that. It's called Snowflake Sky.
Yep.
We had a discussion the other night that's heavier on one end than it is on the other. Does it fall heavy to light or light to heavy? We decided it's personal preference. So I like it light to heavy so that the snow is building up on the ground. But honestly, I don't think anybody you send a card to is going to notice that. It's just a nice soft embossing. So we're going to add that to your Lost Lagoon layer. I almost messed up. We've got a Lost Lagoon layer. We're going to layer that up here. And then that's going to go onto our card base. When I was designing these cards, it looks like I really like this skinny little border on most of my cards. I think it was because I was being lazy. I had a bunch of white layers already cut at the right size. So the snowflake foil paper, you're going to just add to the Lost Lagoon layer. And then you will have 3 circles. These two are from the winter, what's that paper that's not available? Winter Meadow?
Yes, Winter Meadow.
These are from the Winter Meadow designer paper, and then this is just silver foil. And they're cut with the deckled circles. There's, I believe, 16 different size circles, all the way from teeny tiny to almost 6 inches of these circles. So we're going to put down our foil layer, and I put it on the right side. You could put it in the middle or on the left side, whichever your preference is. And then this one is just glued flat. Let's see. So we'll put this one about right here. On the darker of the two circles that you have, you're going to use the stamp set and the medium snowflake. You're going to stamp it with Versamark and then emboss in silver. I've already done that step for us. The foil is flat. And then the embossed snowflake is popped up with dimensionals. I'm going to just loosely set that there for a minute and see where I want to put my, well, I guess it's going to go there, where I want to put my little tag here. So with this, I am using Lost Lagoon ink. And the stamp set has Winter Greetings. So I'm going to just stamp that in the center of that label. And then I'm going to take, oh, first of all, I'm going to cut the one end at an angle. I'm just going to snip it off at an angle with the scissors. And then we're going to take a sponge dauber. I prefer my blending brushes more than my sponge dauber. But for a little greeting like this, a banner, I prefer to use a dauber.
Yep, just like me. It's two different products.
And then you want to hold your paper tight, and then you're going to just flick the edges of your label here. And it doesn't take a lot of ink on your dauber. Of course, you know, you can do more ink if you want it darker or whatever, but just like that. I'm toting it in a little baggie so it doesn't get ink all over everything. And then the greeting I did flat as well. And we're going to just tuck it up under here and mostly on the silver layer. Then you have 3 embellishments, a small, a medium, and a large. And these are the glossy dots in the annual catalog. And they don't come off of here very easy, so I'm going to use the pokey end of the Take Your Pick tool, I think. And we'll put the big one over here. The medium one on this layer, and then the small one on the silver. Oops. Like that. And then for the inside, we are going to use Make the Season Sparkle, and that is from the stamp set as well. So we're going to make the season sparkle. And then we're going to, the smallest detailed snowflake, we're going to just add a full strength one. I think I did all mine full strength. And just partial. And then I did another one up here. And we might as well do the envelope. Like that. And that, my friends, is our Christmas class. That's card number 10, and we are all done stamping.
The winner, like I said, we picked this time not from the comment, from the one that purchased the class, because when we did live, it was people at the live, you know, at the person. So this time it is what's their name again?
She's not on.
No, I think both of them are not
on. Anita's on. Anita,
my coffee buddy, and then Kathleen Havery. So you are both the lucky winner. So Anita, I'll start with the L. I call her my
Lagarde.
Anita, I'm sorry. You're my coffee buddy that I call. Well, you guys were the lucky winners. So this will be in the mail by Monday. Okay. So we thought it was the perfect season. It's that beautiful, see, Pee Wee say, hooray. It's the beautiful, it's called the gold, but it's with gold and vanilla kind of. It's beautiful and it's friendly. And then you get the twine, also the gold and silver, perfect for this occasion. So, any question that I didn't see? Let me see what we got here. Now, see and I standing up the whole time. See that?
You did.
Yeah, it's sometimes I do like stand up, but when it's like when I stay here and over, I like to sit down and just anchor myself because I move a lot. Okay, so if I'm stand up, I go from one place to the other. So now, to a scale to 1 to 10, how did you like this class? Did you learn some new tips? Did you learn some way to use the product? I would love to hear from you all. So I hope you enjoyed that. Me and Ollie love to put that together. And to be honest, I love working with Ollie. It makes it so smooth. It's just... And I like that we rotate. Maybe some of you didn't like that we go from one number to the other number. And it was not, if you purchase a class, you know, it was not in order. But personally, I think it was nicer than all the same voice over and over. So again, if you don't have the download and you would like to know all the product that we use, all the measurement and extra picture and so on, the download, it's available for $15, and that is from anybody from any country. That you're from Canada, New Zealand, wherever it is, but it's in English, okay? Just one language. Ollie, anything to add on?
Nope, I don't think so. This was a fun morning.
If you missed part of it, you know what? This is recorded, so you can come back and watch it. Absolutely. Absolutely, you can watch it over and over. Congrats, Anita. Oh, Granite, you're there? Look, you want to come in? He's by my window, and you just go, oh. Oh, Ollie's getting you. Go at the door. She's there. Go at the door. I got the window open there. It's so beautiful right now. So that's about it, my friends. So again, if you go today, it's September 9, 2023. The download is available for purchase. If you go to my blog post, it's going to be right there on today's post. Thank you so much. You have a lovely day. Enjoy this beautiful fall. I don't know where you're at, but here it's beautiful. So here come Biscuit, Granite. Yeah, Granite is Granite. Say hello. You have to back up a little bit, Granite. Say, see, yeah, they work. Yeah, those dogs, see, they both work with us. So that's about it, my friend. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you enjoyed that. We love putting that for you all. Maybe we're going to do more often a class together because I really like doing a class with Ollie. So till next time, happy stamping, my friend. Bye bye
Hugs
for
to you
now.
all. Bye.